Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Over the course of the past 24 hours or so, we've actually seen several new announcements and reveals surface in regards to some major future updates for Warzone and Black Ops 6, including another new reveal for a major Season 3 content update and some more details on the upcoming Season 3 anti-cheat update, which I'm sure if you're like me, you've got a lot of attention focused on because, well, as cool as Verdansk could be, as cool as the Season 3 content could be with the returning classic weapons like the Kilo and the AMAX and whatnot, if the anti-cheat's not better, obviously a lot of that content, a lot of that hype becomes invalidated and overshadowed because you're just running into cheaters constantly. So quite a bit to break down today. First up, as I mentioned, Treyarch ended up revealing yet another Season 3 update. Obviously, over the course of the past week or so, they've been going through and revealing new images for the next DLC map for zombies here with Season 3. And today we got a very, very significant reveal for this, just simply with the caption, Season 3. Hashtag zombies with this image here, Shattered Veil. So that is the official map name for DLC 3 here in Black Ops 6 Zombies. Obviously, we've been seeing the various different screenshots of the mansion and the house and everything in it over the course of the past few days. And today we get it officially confirmed that Shattered Veil is the official map name for the Season 3 Zombies map, presumably coming at launch alongside all these significant multiplayer updates that have yet to be revealed, the Verdansk return and everything there. So launch day for Season 3 is going to be pretty massive across the board for multiplayer zombies in Warzone. Presumably the reveal of the name for this map is probably going to be like the last major teaser that we get before an official trailer. So perhaps later this week we end up getting an official trailer showing off gameplay and even more of the Shattered Veil map and the mansion map here, or maybe that's reserved for the full-on Season 3 reveal with like the blog posts and the roadmap and everything there. They may shift into some multiplayer map teasers or update teasers there, and then into Warzone as well. So we'll have to keep our eyes on this in the next few days. Obviously, as anything is announced or posted in regards to multiplayer zombies or Warzone, this is the place to be to stay up to date with all of that stuff on a daily basis. So feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications. Every single day we are getting closer and closer to reaching 1 million subscribers. Would love to have you join us on the road to that. And also, if you enjoyed this video, a like rating is always seriously appreciated as well. Much love to everyone who does take the time to do so, as it does really help the channel grow and share the videos around. Now, next up, as I mentioned at the start of the video, we actually got some new details on our next major anti-cheat update coming to Black Ops 6 and Warzone. We've had one announcement in regards to Season 3 and what to expect there in terms of Ricochet updates and anti-cheat updates for a bit now, but Call of Duty detailed it even more, and I do want to revisit our initial announcement for the Season 3 anti-cheat update because we do have a bit more of a bigger picture being painted, I guess you could say. So here, COD updates posted yesterday afternoon saying, account reselling is a violation of the Call of Duty terms of use. Any account that has been knowingly sold will be permanently banned. So it does seem that they are cracking down more on bought and sold accounts. This has been a thing for a while now where people will go through and unlock tool an account with their cheats and then sell it for profit, right? That is against the rules. Those accounts will be banned. Or if you are someone who leveled up all your stuff and then you sell your account because you have all the max camos and whatnot, that's going to get that account banned. So one, if you're someone out there trying to buy an account, probably just don't, because it's going to be a waste of your money. Yeah, that account's going to get banned. They're going to recognize that, probably tracking the IP or the hardware ID for various things there that they should also be using to attack cheaters as well. They also go on to say, selling of accounts threatens the integrity of our community and our games. We will be sharing a dedicated blog from Team Ricochet detailing new technology and account security updates coming to Season 3 ahead of launch. So yet again confirming that we do have an upcoming blog and an upcoming reveal for even larger anti-cheat updates coming with Season 3. They do follow this up by saying, reminder, keep your Activision account secure with strong passwords and two-factor authentication. If you have not gone through and done that for yourself, I absolutely recommend it. There are so many cases, so many comments that I see on the videos of people saying, hey, my account got hacked and the person cheated on it and now my account's banned. Is there anything I can do? And ultimately, it seems like if your account does get hacked, and stolen, and then that person cheats on it or gets it banned, Activision has not been super forgiving there, I guess, in terms of unbanning that stuff, since unbanning on permabans really is not a thing that they typically do there, right? But few more details as to this anti-cheat update and some of the specifics here, cracking down on bought and sold accounts. So If I were you, I'd just avoid that entirely because it does seem like they're paying a bit more attention to that. But then also confirming that, yes, another major anti-cheat update is inbound with new tech, which I'm particularly interested in. We'll get more details, obviously, once this blog is out, but then account security updates as well. Like I said, though, we've had other Season 3 anti-cheat reveals for a little while now, so let's revisit those briefly because it also does, like I said, paint a larger picture of what their main focus may seem to be. So jumping all the way back to mid-January when this post was updated on January 17th, you may have forgotten some of the details here in regards to what they did promise for anti-cheat updates. So this is a whole community blog talking about cheaters and whatnot. Now, I will say, some of their credibility here is a little bit, iffy, I guess, for lack of a better word, because in this blog post, in this report, they do detail that Season 2 was going to see major anti-cheat updates. And we saw this major anti-cheat update pushed out for Season 2 with improved client and server-side detections, kernel-level driver updates, improvement to driver security, new tampering detection systems. And let's face it, while there might have been less cheaters in Warzone and in Black Ops 6 at the launch of Season 2 for the first few days, this seemed to be bypassed relatively quickly by the cheat providers, and there's still a significant cheating problem in the game that has persisted pretty much all throughout Season 2 and obviously beforehand as well. Like, yes, we got some anti-cheat updates with Season 2. They didn't protect the game for very long before the cheat developers out-updated them. Like, obviously, cheating, not just in COD, but across the board, is always a back and forth. The anti-cheat updates, then the cheats update, and then the anti-cheat updates, and then the cheats update. Back and forth until one gets sued, right? Typically is how it's gone. But Season 2's felt very underwhelming, and the way they described it was like it was going to be a huge, significant thing, which is why when it comes to their Season 3 preview, alongside the crackdown on bought and sold accounts and the tech improvements that we're going to see here, there is some skepticism, I think. And rightfully so, because it's been a lot of words and not a lot of actions. And as the saying goes, actions speak louder than those words, particularly in this case, where there's basically no excuse to not have a good anti-cheat at this point in time. But anyways, I digress. Rant aside, for Season 3, they do mention, again, a multitude of new tech, including a brand new system to authenticate legit players and target cheaters is coming in Season 3. As we get closer to Season 3, we'll dive deeper on these systems, but we're not going to give off too many details too early to avoid any potential cheats getting updated before this update's even out, right? Like, you don't want them to be prepared by any means. With this, though, there is one particular system, the shadow ban system, that I think could actually be impacted by this, saying a new system to authenticate legit players. This has been a huge issue with the shadow ban system, negatively impacting innocent players and legit players because the spam report system sucks. If you get reported by multiple people quickly, you'll get auto shadow bans, you'll get stuck in a shadow ban loop. I've talked about this dozens and dozens of times over the past few years. It's an insanely broken system. Now, obviously, they're not detailing specifics here, but based off of the description of what the shadow ban system is and what this is saying, they do line up relatively well, authenticating legit players, making sure they don't necessarily get shadow banned or punished by Ricochet and its systems while they are innocent. You don't want that unfair punishment happening to the wrong parties. You want them to target the cheaters instead. Now, again, this is great that they're talking about this. The words are awesome. It's cool that I can read this. However, until you see it in effect, this doesn't mean that much outright. And I think we're all aware of this, like you and me, we are well aware of this. I would like to think Activision is aware of this, which ideally would put some urgency on their side in terms of updating Ricochet and making it a competent anti-cheat, which it really has yet to be up until this point, but time will tell. We're about 2 weeks out, a little bit over that from Season 3 launching, so we should be seeing a lot of reveals upcoming here. The anti-cheat update reveals for the multiplayer content, the Warzone content, more stuff for zombies than what they've already shown the past couple of days, the full-on roadmap blog, everything like that. So definitely stay tuned, because when that stuff surfaces, I'll be covering it right as it happens. You guys know this is the #1 source for everything going on in COD, so feel free to hit the subscribe button, turn on those post notifications, and if you enjoyed this video, a like rating on your way out would be really appreciated. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.